Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. We'd like to begin our morning with a recitation of the Holy Quran. So may I please request Qari Ghulam Rasool Saab to take the stage.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم صدق الله العظيم शुरू अल्लाह के नाम से जो बड़ा मेहरबान निहायत रहम करने वाला है। पढ़िए अपने परवरदिगार का नाम लेकर जिसने सब कुछ पैदा किया। उसने इंसान को जमे हुए खून से पैदा किया। पढ़िए और आपका रब बहुत ही करीम है जिसने कलम के ज़रिए से तालीम दी। इंसान को उस बात की तालीम दी जो वो नहीं जानता था। वमा अलैना इल्लल बलाग।
Jazakallah Qari Saab. All right, ladies and gentlemen, freshmen, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Marwa Mohkam, and on behalf of our entire community, first of all, I want to give you a huge welcome. So welcome to Lums. And a special welcome to the many of you that are perhaps stepping onto this campus for the first time. The beginning of a new academic year is always an exhilarating time for us, not just because we welcome new members to our Lums family, but also because this presents an opportunity to us to experience an entirely new journey, and that's your journey with Lums. Guided by the values of merit and hard work, we at Lums take great pride in our students' experiences, and we genuinely hope that you too will get to discover in the 4 years to come all that this community has to offer. The Lums story is an incredibly unique one, and if you allow us, we'd like to briefly share it with you today. So founded in 1985, almost 3 decades ago, Lums was founded as a not-for-profit organization, and since inception, it has now evolved into a world-class, research-oriented university, making an impact in the entire education landscape of Pakistan. We began as a bungalow in the neighborhood of Gulberg in Lahore, and today, you're sitting in a campus that spans over 100 acres and houses world-class facilities, including a student body that's growing and is now over 4,500 students strong. Our first class, our MBA class, the pioneering one, was just 48 students large, and today we have over 13,000 Lums alumni spread around the world. The foundation of Lums was in fact built on the brilliance of its faculty, and to this end, we are proud to say that we now have over 300 faculty members from leading universities around the world. And also, life at Lums isn't just about academics, not just about faculty. We have an all-encompassing experience, including facilities, sports, extracurriculars, and this is made evident by the fact that over 60% of our student body resides on campus. Because we're a not-for-profit organization, we were actually founded on a vision of providing world-class education to all, regardless of a student's ability to pay. To this end, we're very proud to say that today, 1 of every 3rd student at Lums is on some kind of financial support. The support extended from Lums, of course, extends beyond the walls of this campus as well, and we're happy to say that we are in collaboration with over 900 recruiting partners from organizations around the world, and we enjoy a partnership that allows us to place 94% of our students into world-class organizations just within 9 months of their graduation. We're also very happy to say that our doors, our campus, our academics allow students to have global opportunities. We are now in collaboration with exchange programs from 50 universities or perhaps more in countries around the world, including Germany, Australia, Turkey, Japan. And our academic expansion goes beyond the realm of just undergraduate. We now also offer 7 doctoral programs. Of course, Lums' global standing is also rising in the world, made evident by rankings. We're proud to say that we are now the #1 university in Pakistan, in the top 100 in Asia, and this year, our Suleiman Dawood School of Business became the first business school in Pakistan to gain the AACSB accreditation. To give you some perspective, there are only 836 institutions across 55 countries in the world that maintain this accreditation, making Lums now one of only 5% of business schools in the world that maintains this. So a round of applause just for this. Of course, as I said earlier, Lums is a research-oriented university, one of the first of its kind in Pakistan. And of course, we are now taking part in innovative and cutting-edge research from everything from the energy crisis to investigating the rise of fake news in the age of social media. Our faculty are making strides and are contributing to the global knowledge economy every day with their work. These are just some of the categories that we're contributing in. Of course, this research can only be led by the best. Lums' academic backbone is its brilliant faculty. We are now host to over 200 PhD scholars from around the world from leading universities, and our faculty is the very core of the academics offered at Lums. As I said earlier, we enjoy recruiting partners from over 900 organizations around the world. And Lums alumni go on to be placed in organizations from every industry, from the FMCG, multinational stream, to the government sector in Pakistan, to the Silicon Valley, Amazon, Facebook, all the way into the police, giving their CSS exams, every industry. These are examples of just some of the recruiting partnerships we have. And of course, as I said, our 13,000 plus alumni network. Being a Lumenite means that the minute you graduate, you become part of an instant community of 13,000 individuals around the world. We have alumni placed in over 50 countries with 19 international chapters, 8 local chapters. From Canada to the US to Hong Kong to Singapore, no matter where you go, you have an instant network of support for guidance, for higher education, for placement. In fact, our alumni, the chapters that they form, we have ambassadors, and ambassadors are essentially Lumenites around the world moving forward the Lums vision and mission. And of course, Lums is a not-for-profit organization founded on the vision of providing education to all, regardless of their ability to pay. We're very, very proud to say that we've been living up to our commitment since inception. And since inception, we have disbursed 5.85 billion rupees in terms of financial support. This includes a number of scholarships from 100% merit scholarships to fully funded PhDs. And our largest flagship program for financial aid is a national outreach program, reaching out to communities across Pakistan from the most underrepresented regions, providing education to all. Since inception, the NOP has dispersed over 1.5 billion, and in the last year alone, we have given 880 million in aid and 365 million just to the NOP, allowing our alumni to come from all sectors of Pakistan and around the world. Thank you. But of course, these are just abstract facts, right? In order to make you really understand how these different facets come together to shape the Lums experience, I think it's important to show you the Lums story. So what we'd like to do now is show you a very remarkable Lums ki kahani.
स्टोरी स्टार्ट होती है 2011 में. आई वॉज इन इस्लामिया कॉलेज पेशावर फॉर माई FSc. आई वॉज गोइंग टूवर्ड्स द बाज़ार. मेरे सामने से एक बंदा आया, तो मुझे देख के उसने बल्कि पहले कहा कि यार आप यू आर फ्रॉम माई विलेज ना, मानसरा चिटाबटा. एंड आई वाज लाइक या. द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट ही आस्क्ड मी वाज के तुमने लम्स के लिए अप्लाई किया है? I was like नहीं, I don't know about Lums, मैंने तो UET जाना है. So he gave me a confirmation, हाँ जाना तुमने UET है, but do apply for Lums. So I asked 3 or 4 friends of mine कि हम मिल के पढ़ेंगे Lums के लिए. Luckily यार किस्मत के किसी का ना हुआ. It was only me जिसका Lums में एडमिशन हुआ. You won't believe this. जिस दिन मैंने निकलना था Lums के लिए, उसी दिन मेरे दादा अबू की डेथ हो गई. मैंने प्लान कैंसिल कर लिया. My father, he was working at a bank at that time. तो उनके जो बैंक मैनेजर थे, he definitely knew what Lums was. तो वो जब आए सबसे मिले, मुझसे भी मिले, and he said कि बेटा क्या चल रहा है? And I said there is this university लाहौर में Lums उसका नाम है, उनकी एक एक्सेप्टेंस आई हुई है, बट अब दादा अबू की डेथ हो गई है तो मैं नहीं जा रहा. He said कि अपने अबू को बुलाओ. अबू आए, अबू खड़े हुए. He said, शफाकत, are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? Get him out of the house. अभी इसे Lums भेजो, अभी लाहौर भेजो. ये लेट हो गया तो उसके बाद में सिलेक्शन नहीं होनी. Lums के अंदर आते ही सबसे पहली जो चीज़ आप रियलाइज करते हैं कैंपस पे, वो है डाइवर्सिटी. It just feels like a mini Pakistan. Students from Hunza, from Gilgit, from Fata, people from every area. अपना कल्चर लेकर, अपनी थॉट्स लेकर, अपना स्टाइल लेकर वो इस कैंपस पे आपको मिलते हैं. थ्रू आउट लाइफ मुझे तो इंजीनियर ही बनना था, बट टुडे आई एम अ बिजनेसमैन. I came to the economics major, economics की क्लास. टीचर जो हमारी थी, she came up to the stage. She said, let me ask you a simple question. हुकूमत ये क्यों नहीं करती कि पैसे प्रिंट करके हर बंदे को हाथ में देती जाए? Everyone will be rich. I was thinking, suggestion तो बुरी नहीं है, हो सकता है, करते क्यों नहीं है? Then teacher said कि अगर आपको ये interesting question लग रहा है, तो by the end of this course you will get the answer. So from that first class, मैंने अपना माइंड बना लिया कि मैंने अब Lums में जब मैं आया हूँ, मुझे ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है. I'll take courses from law school, I'll take courses from engineering school, मैं बिजनेस के कोर्सेज भी पढ़ूंगा, मैं कंप्यूटर साइंस भी पढ़ूंगा. I'll explore myself. There was a time when I was unable to pronounce the word entrepreneurship, and today, alhamdulillah, I'm a successful entrepreneur. उस वक्त Lums Center for Entrepreneurship, जो कि अब NIC है, हमें इंक्यूबेशन प्रोवाइड की गई, बिजनेस के लिए ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड की गई, इनिशियल फाइनेंशियल बूट प्रोवाइड किया गया, और आज मोर देन 16,000 स्टूडेंट्स आर स्टडीइंग ऑन आवर पोर्टल nearpeer.org, जहाँ पे वी आर अप्रोचिंग स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट एरियाज, फ्रॉम साइड एरियाज, एंड वी आर हेल्पिंग देम इन देयर एजुकेशन थ्रू टेक्नोलॉजी, and we are enabling them to come to Lums, to come to top-notch universities of Pakistan, and achieve their life dreams.
एजुकेशन से मुझे दिलचस्पी थी, तो ख्वाहिश ये थी कि ये बच्चे कुछ बन जाएं. तो जब पढ़ाई की तरफ हमने रुख किया तो इसने ऐसे ऐसे रास्ते निकाले कि जो हमारी समझ में नहीं आ रहे थे, मगर Lums ने कुछ, उस माहौल ने इसको कुछ ऐसा बना दिया कि इसमें हर तरह की खूबी, कि ना बाप के लिए ना माँ के लिए, यानी पूरे इलाके के लिए इसमें एक जज्बा है जो आपको मैं बयान नहीं कर सकता. जब इनका आखिरी फंक्शन था वहाँ पे कि इसको डिग्री मिली, हमें ऐसा लगा कि हम अंधेरे से निकल गए और अब रोशनी में आ गए।
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me genuine pleasure to say that Shahrukh Swati is here with us today, so please join me in welcoming him. Please give him another big hand. We're incredibly proud of him. All right, we're going to hear from a very, very esteemed member of our community now. Please join me in welcoming our Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Adnan Khan.
I have a very long speech, as you can see. Just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen and dear students, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Lums. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you. The very fact that you're sitting here means that you were selected out of thousands of applicants based on your strong scholastic performance to be part of Lums. You and your parents should definitely be proud of this achievement. A big round of applause for our incoming students. This week, as you take your first steps towards your journey at Lums, an exciting and wonderful journey ahead of you, the Office of Student Affairs, or OSA as it's called, is here to help you, support you, and cheer you on. Later on in this week, myself and our colleagues at OSA will have interactive sessions with you where we'll lay out exactly how we support and cheer you on in your mission. And then you'd be able to ask us questions about concerns you might have starting off. You're here at Lums to get a world-class education. We have a promise to provide you with a world-class education. But it is also our belief that education, a big part of education happens outside of classrooms. And Lums is geared up, it's set up to provide this outside of classroom education, be it physical or mental wellness, be it development of your interests. We have the setup here to help you develop into wonderful citizens. Later on today, you'll see a play set up by Dramaline. The play would address some of the pressing issues that you might face as students and we face in our society, which brings me to the more than 40 societies. These are student-run societies we have at Lums. These develop your interests from Dramaline, as I mentioned, to the Adventure Society. You might go trekking up to the base camp of K2 at some point. That's the Adventure Society. From the Science Society, where you'll see robo-wars at some point, to the Lums Community Services Society. Many of these, they have all set up stalls in the central courtyard, and I think it's scheduled in for 12 today. You can go there, interact with the students there, and find out what good work our students are doing. So, we urge also with the LCSS, the Community Service Society, part of what we want you to do is think of outside the gates of Lums and connect with the society at large. LCSS has been doing wonderful work, reaching out to the communities, helping communities in education, and I really encourage you to see what your passion is, where does it lie, and be part of this extracurricular network at Lums. We also believe that you are young adults. You're not children anymore. We want to empower you. We want you to feel that you have a say in affairs dealing with student life at Lums. For this purpose, we have an elected student body which represents the students. It is called the Student Council. members of the council are selected from the 3 years. So you are freshmen. Next year, you'll be participating in the council elections. So we have sophomore, junior, seniors, and so on, who are council members. They are your first point of contact. Anytime you run into any issue, you go to your council member. They will guide you to the right person. They'll guide you to me or someone at the OSA, and we'll help resolve your issues. I'd like to introduce you to your student council. Can I invite the upcoming sophomore council members to the stage? The junior batch, please. The upcoming senior batch. Law super senior. We have a 5-year law program, so. Master's representative. Our PhD rep. Finally, the student council is led by an executive, which is elected by the council itself. I'd now like to invite the General Secretary of the Student Council, Abdullah Haroon. And last but not least, students, your president of the Student Council for the year 1920, Tala Ijaz. Since morning, if you have gone around the campus, you would have been led with these students in nice T-shirts with the big O Week slogan. These are volunteers. These are student volunteers who love this institution, who care about it, and have volunteered their time to guide incoming students and introduce them to the institution. These are the O Week volunteers, the O Week coordinators, and they are led by the O Week president, Mustafa Asad. By the way, the O Week team comprises of nearly 300 volunteers. That's the Lums spirit. A big round of applause for our council members and the O Week team. To ease your transition to Lums, the Student Council will be holding office hours from 9 to 5 every day during the week, this week, at the PDC Student Lounge. So once you do your campus tour, you'll get familiar with the campus and you'll find out where the lounge is. I would encourage you to go talk to the student council members and just interact with them to learn more about your institution. Together with the council members, the OWIC team, let me welcome you to the Lums family. I leave you with this quip from Mark Twain, when he said that cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adnan. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Dr. Adnan and our student council and our OWE committee. So universities like Lums are driven by their leadership, by their steering minds, by their academic excellence, by their management skills, by their vision. So today, we'd like to introduce you actually to the faculty leadership that will be your greatest allies in the journey to come. First off, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Tahir Andrabi. Dr. Andrabi holds a PhD from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He is the dean of our Syed Ehsan Ali, Syed Muratab Ali School of Education, which is the youngest school at Lums. So a round of applause again for Dr. Andrabi. I'd also like you to meet Dr. Shahid Massoud. Dr. Shahid Massoud holds a PhD in electrical engineering from the Queen's University, Belfast, and he is the dean of our Syed Babar Ali School of Science and Engineering, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. Dr. Alnoor Bhimani is the Honorary Dean of our Suleiman Daud School of Business. He has a PhD from the London School of Economics, and he is right now, as we speak, on his way back from a conference in Australia. So unfortunately, he couldn't join us, but we welcome him in spirit. I'd like you to now meet Dr. Kamran Arthur Ali. Dr. Kamran Arthur has a PhD in anthropology from Johns Hopkins University. He is our interim provost, our dean of the Mushtaq Ahmed Gurmani School of Humanities and Social Sciences, which is the largest school at Lums, and he's also the acting dean of the Sheikh Ahmed Hassan School of Law. Round of applause again for Dr. Kamran Arthur. And finally, I'd like to introduce you to the person that really drives all that we do at Lums, our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Arshad Ahmed. Dr. Ahmed holds a PhD from McGill University. Prior to his role at Lums, he was the Vice Provost of Teaching and Learning and the Director of the McPherson Institute at McMaster University. So please welcome Dr. Ahmed.
Rector Shahid Saab, parents and freshmen, faculty, staff, students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome and thank you for joining us from near and from far to mark this very important occasion. I too want to begin by congratulating some 1,100 students here in this esteemed gathering who were admitted to Lums. Let me also begin by acknowledging our parents and our family for trusting Lums and for the sacrifices that you make for your children. यहाँ जितने वालिदैन मौजूद हैं और वो भी जो यहाँ नहीं मौजूद हैं उन सब का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया उनकी कवाशों के बगैर आज का दिन मुमकिन नहीं होता Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to applaud our parents and our family here today. To the class of 2023, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Of course, we share our excitement. It's your first official day here, and there is so much we need to achieve together. कहा जाता है कि इल्म हासिल करें, ये तो ज़रूरी है, लेकिन इल्म से कुछ हासिल करें, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. Learning at Lums will not just be about business, law, or science. It will be about learning who you are, how you want to help the world that surrounds you, and how you can be the light that guides those around you. Over the years, Lums has been proud to do its part by making your dreams come true. Take, for example, the story of Shahrukh Swati. Multiply Shahrukh's story with over the 13,000 Lums alumni who have gone on to tell their stories. And it is these stories that speak to the impact of higher education in our society. These stories also reveal why Lums, since its inception in 1985, admitted students not because of their gender, disability, ethnicity, locality, or difference in income, but solely on the basis of merit and capability. Class of 2023, you have earned a seat to join the Lums family and to provide you with a world-class education. About 1,300 students from 160 villages, towns, and cities. Lums provides financial support, as you heard, to 1 out of 3 students in need. And last year, over 850 million rupees was dispersed through scholarships and financial aid. Now, I tell you this, the point is that, Lums is not a school of privilege and status. In fact, it is a footprint of diversity from all corners of Pakistan. And to meet this challenge to support diversity, it is a commitment that differentiates Lums from other universities. We are extremely proud to support students in need, especially because we are not a public institution dependent on provincial or federal funds. We are instead a private but not-for-profit institution, and this means that our support comes from donors who believe in higher education, donors from public sector organizations, from the business community, and from patrons and philanthropists like Sayyid Babar Ali Saab. Lums is also a learning organization where research and where teaching will enable you to address the 21st century challenges and these challenges facing Pakistan and the subcontinent. This is why our motto is no boundaries, and it applies especially to you who come from diverse backgrounds and experiences. And this is why I encourage you to learn from peers across the schools, from business, from humanities and the social sciences, from science and engineering, from law, from education. All of these disciplines are at your doorstep. So whether you choose a bachelor's in social science, accounting and finance, economics, or if you decide to do a master's in computer science, or perhaps you're going to go on and do a master's in business administration, or even a PhD, Lums is your destination and offers you a lot of choice. Now, in fact, I would go on to say that Lums offers much more than disciplinary knowledge. There is, of course, a famous saying from Aristotle that educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Lums opens pathways to find your purpose. It is a rite of passage to demonstrate your courage, to help others less fortunate than yourselves. It is a place where you can shine the light on those who are in the dark. Remember, if Lums is your passport to success, then taking shortcuts is your ticket to failure. Punctuality matters here. Honesty matters here. Integrity matters here. And I mention these values to you because we believe these values will serve you for the rest of your life. Now, life at Lums is about keeping up with your readings, your assignments, all of these exams that you will have to pass. And we will indeed push you to your limits to earn your degree. But when you look back, the real purpose of your education is far richer than that. The real purpose is to find humility, to be humble, to let go of your ego, to support others and have a clear moral compass. In other words, the real purpose is far greater than yourselves. Life at Lums, as you heard from the Dean of Students, is also about opportunities to be active in community building and to have some fun while you are learning. You will see later on today there are 42 student-run societies that will be welcoming you at the academic block at about noon today. So Lums is full of life and activity. You will have several opportunities to participate in democratic initiatives and processes. You can obviously, as you heard, work with the student-elected council so you can contribute to improving your school and to improve the university, society at large. But beyond that, you represent Lums. You represent Lums locally, regionally, and internationally, not only when you win accolades or awards, but upon each interaction with society as our ambassadors, as our teachers, and as our leaders. It has been said that millennials can be overconfident, but as the Pulitzer Prize writer Pearl S. Buck wrote, quote, "The young do not know enough to be prudent, and therefore they attempt to do the impossible, and they achieve it generation after generation after generation," unquote. So we want you to succeed in your journey to make a better world. Fear not what happens when you fail, because failure too is a very good teacher. But also imagine what you can do when you succeed. अल्लामा इकबाल ने फरमाया है, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए अगर दरिया तो समंदर तलाश कर। हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर के चोट से, पत्थर ही टूट जाए वो शीशा तलाश कर। सजदों से तेरा क्या हुआ, सजदों से तेरा क्या हुआ, सदियां गुजर गईं, दुनिया तेरी बदल दी, दुनिया तेरी बदल दी, वो सजदा तलाश कर। Dear students, university life is different from school life in several ways. The biggest difference is that here you are treated as adults. This means you have to assume responsibilities, to respect your peers, and especially your teachers, with whom you have a very special and a sacred relationship. Your teachers care for you, but most of all, they are here to support your intellectual and personal development and provide insights in a world that is not black and white, but one that is infinitely complex and nuanced. So let me also say that Lums is not only an academic institution, it is also a cultural institution, because we believe that cultural education means we build ourselves the capacity for reflection about our own culture and the culture of others. This means that we look through the lens of philosophy, the arts, and the science to build our cultural self-consciousness. And it is this acculturation which makes our student body the most resilient and the most successful of any student body in any institution in Asia, or for that matter, anywhere in the world. So I'd like to close by sharing a few reflections of my own education, which are the following. First of all, submit how little you know. Ask good questions and teach others how to ask good questions. Second, finish what you set out to do. There are limits to everything except one thing, and that is your learning. And third, embrace your friendships here. Over the years, your close friends will outlast your times at Lums and provide you with an infinite source of strength. Let me also say that we in the administration, the staff, and the teachers, we are by your side throughout your journey here at Lums, in the hallways, in the weekly events, in the sports facilities, and of course at your convocation. Your journey has begun. Aspire to change yourself, and above all, aspire to change the world. Together, inshallah, you will not only make your parents and families proud, you will fulfill the dreams that make us all proud to be Pakistani. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. Another round of applause for our Vice Chancellor, your new Vice Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one more member of our Lums leadership that we'd like to introduce you to. He's the most senior member of our leadership, our rector, Mr. Shahid Hussain. Mr. Hussain is the CEO of Service Sales Corporation, and we're lucky to be under his leadership. To echo the sentiments of Dr. Ahmed has said and what I've said earlier, Lums alumni are making an impact across disciplines and in different fields around the world, including the social sector. We have a truly one-of-a-kind Lums ki kahani reflecting this, and we'd like to show it to you.
We want to create a movement to end hunger in Pakistan. हमारी कहानी शुरू होती है 12 अप्रैल 2015 से। मेरा बड़ा शौक था, आई वांट टू बी अ शेफ़। इट हैपेंड टू बी कि वो मैं परस्यू नहीं कर सका और मैंने लम्स अप्लाई किया, और उसके बाद जो कहानी थी वो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट हो गई। पूरी जो डायनामिक्स थे मेरे सोचने के वो बदल गए थे। हाउ आई वांटेड टू डू थिंग्स इन लाइफ।
Me and Qasim were sitting in PDC or Superstore, I guess. Uzaifa just comes up to and says कि यार खाना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़ाया होता है, यार इसका कुछ करना चाहिए। मेरे घर पे दस्तरखान लग रहा है, वहाँ पे भी लोग भूखे होते हैं, तो क्या करें।
रिस्क की इंस्पिरेशन बेसिकली मेरे इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट इट तो मेरी वालदा जो हैं, शी इज़ बीन टू मच इनटू फीडिंग पीपल। और जब मैं लम्स में गया मुझे थोड़ा सा एक्सपोजर मिला ऑफ हाउ आई यूज्ड टू गो टू वेडिंग्स, आई यूज्ड टू गो टू अ लॉट ऑफ रेस्टोरेंट्स, और तब देखा कि कितना ज़्यादा खाना जो है इन जगहों पर ज़ाया होता है।
It was such a noble concept at that point in time. It had not been done before. और दूसरा excess food के ऊपर वैसे भी कुछ टैबू सा था। As soon as the discussions among us started, we started discussing the idea with different people at Lums, our colleagues, our friends, and different professors at Lums. Someone from economics, someone from public policy, someone from social, someone from anthro, and they gave us variety of ideas, variety of holistic experiences that you guys can do this. This is what's being done all around the globe.
We thought of the first illogical step और हमने वही एग्जीक्यूट कर दिया। सो उस वक्त ना हमें कोई डिज़ाइनिंग आती थी ना कुछ होता था। वी वेंट ऑन टू MS पेंट, वी रोट रिस्क, उसका स्क्रीनशॉट लिया और एक फेसबुक का पेज बना दिया जिसके ऊपर हमने उसकी DP रख दी, और नीचे हमने पहला स्टेटस डाल दिया कि यार ये 3 नंबर हैं, लाहौर में किसी के पास भी खाना बचा हुआ तो इन पर कॉल करते हैं, हम आके इकट्ठा कर लेंगे। एंड वी डिडंट एक्सपेक्ट द रिस्पॉन्स, वी जस्ट स्लेप्ट ओवरनाइट, और अगले दिन देखते हैं कि पेज वायरल हुआ है। मुझे याद है हम क्लास में बैठे हुए थे, मैं, उज़ैफा, कासिम, एंड वी रिसीव्ड आवर फर्स्ट कॉल। एक आंटी हमें कॉल करती हैं कि अभी हमारे घर में ख़त्म हुआ, सो आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ हलीम लेफ्ट ओवर, मैं नान बनवा रही हूँ, तो आप लोग आके पिक कर लें। एंड वी कुडंट बिलीव आवरसेल्व्स कि यार पीपल आर एक्चुअली बाइंग व्हाट वी हैव मेड। And we actually went around to different parts of Lahore, met a lot of different people to collect excess food and distribute it on the way as well.
हम सप्लाई चेन के डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स में से एक्सेस फूड कलेक्ट करते हैं, बीट फार्म, सुपरमार्केट, ग्रोसरी स्टोर्स और इवन रेस्टोरेंट्स और केटरिंग कंपनीज, और फिर हम उस खाने को प्रोसेस पैकेज करके पहुंचाते हैं डिजर्विंग कम्युनिटीज तक जहां इसकी ज़रूरत है।
इतना बड़ा इनका एक प्रोजेक्ट है और इतनी बड़ी इनकी एक सोच है, इतना बड़ा काम है, तो मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कि ये लोग बच्चे तो बहुत आगे इनकी विजन, और ये लोग बड़े मतलब अपनी कम उम्री के अंदर, और ये लोग हमारे से तो मेरे से तो बहुत आगे। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो मेरा मिशन था ना, मैं कामयाब हो गई।
So this is how it all started, and throughout the past 4 years, whenever we need something, whenever we want something, we always know that Lums will give us back.
आप एक चीज़ को जब बहुत पैशनेटली परस्यू कर रहे होते हैं तो उसको अपने आप से अलग करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, और हमारे साथ भी यही केस है। तो हमारे जो गोल्स हैं वो रिस्क के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा अलाइंड है।
We call ourselves a people powered movement, and I think जो रिस्क की सबसे बड़ी सक्सेस है वो यही है that we have managed to make a really big community of donors, of volunteers, of intellectuals, a lot of different people that are willing to help us in a lot of different manners. और लम्स की सबसे बड़ी इसके अंदर कंट्रीब्यूशन यही है कि the start of that community actually happened from Lums.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very happy to share that Musa Amir from Team Rizq is here with us today. Please join me in giving him a huge welcome and a big hand. Huzaifa and Qasim couldn't join us, but again, a huge hand to Musa and his team for all the great work that Rizq is doing. Thank you. Thank you, Musa. All right, freshmen, you've heard from many of our esteemed community members, parents, you've heard from them, you've seen a couple of kahaniyan. Freshmen, the next Lums ki kahani is yours, so make it a great one. I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. We have an array of a lot of exciting and informative activities, including a session by the motivational speaker Umair Jaliawala. We have a departmental fair in the academic block. We have sessions with your schools, so please do participate. I want to thank you all again. Parents, I would like to request you to please now go to your child's respective schools to meet with faculty and attend the sessions. And freshmen, please remain here for your next activity. Thank you so much. Another huge round of applause for all of you. Welcome to Lums.